In this section, we will talk about how two of the three component indexes which form the composite indicator new orders and shipments fell and were again negative in May, suggesting weak demand conditions. New orders and shipments are important indicators of the level of activity and demand in the manufacturing sector. They measure how many orders manufacturers receive from their customers and how much they ship out to fulfill those orders. According to the data from the Federal Reserve Bank of Richmond, both new orders and shipments declined sharply in May, reaching their lowest levels since April. The new orders index fell to -29 from -20, meaning that more manufacturers reported a decrease than an increase in new orders. The shipments index declined to -13 from -7, meaning that more manufacturers reported a decrease than an increase in shipments. These negative readings suggest that demand conditions for manufactured goods in the U.S. Central Atlantic region were weak in May. This could be due to several factors, such as supply chain disruptions, labor shortages, rising input costs, inflationary pressures, or lower consumer confidence. The contraction in new orders and shipments also implies that manufacturers may have to reduce their production levels, inventories, and employment in the coming months. This could have negative implications for the overall economic growth and recovery in the region. In contrast, the employment index, the other component of the composite indicator, rose to 5 from 0, indicating that employment levels among manufacturing firms improved slightly in May. However, this may not be enough to offset the impact of the decline in new orders and shipments. In summary, the data from the Richmond Fed shows that manufacturing activity in the U.S. Central Atlantic region contracted again in May, mainly due to weak demand conditions as reflected by the fall in new orders and shipments. This could pose a challenge for the economic outlook of the region and the nation.